Basically, I just wanted to show the tomato plant. Quería mostrar la planta de tomate. Esta. So it's grown a lot since the last video. And that's because, look at the roots. You know, he has grown a lot of roots. That's why. Still smaller than this one, right? That was the one, like I said, that stayed in the pot. But like I explained before, this one had a different start. Making a short video, vamos a hacer un video corto, an update on the tomato plant from the kratky versus soil. I guess I could bring the soil plant here. I'm just gonna show it because it's like on. Acá está la que está creciendo en suelo. Pretty big if you can see. So when it's time for this to be put in a bigger container, just because that way, look at these roots, huh? Just because that way I wouldn't have to fill the nutrients so often. Simplemente porque de esta forma no voy a tener que estar llenando los nutrientes tan a menudo. We are gonna make a hole in this. Vamos a hacer un hoyo ahí. So we can put the net right here. Para que podamos poner la rejilla ahí mismo. So this. Right there. Just gonna use this. And we'll see how this goes. Because like, okay, as you can see, this material maybe it's not the ideal to be cut that way. Quizás este material no sea el ideal para cortarlo de esa forma. So we're just gonna try to do this then. What else can you expect from the dollar store, right? It's not gonna look pretty, so let's... Yeah. No se va a ver bonito esto, but who cares about that, right? See if it fits. There we go, it's perfect. Ya, entra justo. So, we're good. Now we just have to fill it with nutrients. Ahora la tenemos que llenar con nutrientes y listo. You can see the level right there. Ahí está recién el nivel. So we need to get above here. It's gonna be like 4 liters. So I guess we can remove this for now. Vamos a remover esto por ahora. And I think that's fine. Creo que estaría bien ya. Yeah, it's definitely touching the liquid. Ya, está tocando el agua, así que está bien. So we're good. Now we're gonna. There we go. that's for now. Eso por ahora, nos vemos. Chao, gracias. Thank you. This clone that I started a couple days ago. Tengo este clon de tomate que empecé hace un par de días. And it's a clone of this plant, which is the one from the video soil versus kratky, and it already has flowers. This one, esta es la planta del video suelo versus kratky. So this weekend I'm gonna have to move this level to give it more room. Por here voy a mover este nivel hasta acá para darle más espacio de crecimiento. And this is where the other tomato is from that soil versus kratky video, which is doing pretty good too. Make it look better. Oh wait, no. Oh wait. Well, I guess it looks good like that. But you can check the roots here. Pretty big root system. They're looking pretty good. So I'm starting to think that these two are not the same type of tomato, huh? These two are from the kratky video, kratky versus soil. Estos son por el del video suelo versus kratky, and this is the one that had the late start. Este fue el que empezó más tarde. O sea, I transplanted this one, and it had like a shock because it was moved from dirt to water, to hydroponic. Este es el que tuvo el shock inicial porque se movió de suelo a hidropónico. This one, that even has flowers from like for a couple days already, is supposed to be his brother. And it was on that pot initially. Both plants were in that pot. Los dos plantas estaban en este macetero, and I just transplanted the hydroponic one to a different container, and I left that one here. Dejé esta planta aquí y la otra la moví de ese macetero, la puse en un macetero hidropónico, as you can see on all the videos that I've done. But now that I look at them, the leaves are pretty different, you know. So there must be a different variety. I'm just trying to think now if maybe one of these two is cherry and the other one is not. You know, puede ser que uno de estos dos sea cherry y el otro sea tomate en rama o algo. And I just assumed that they were coming from the same tomato because they were in the same pot. Yo creo que asumí que eran la misma variedad porque estaban en el mismo macetero. And I remember that I thought that they came from the same tomato. Pensé que habían venido del mismo tomate, but I mean, we'll see, because this could also be a factor of the light. También puede ser un factor de la luz. This was under a different type of light. It was a blue light versus this one that has been on this warm light. Ya, este estaba bajo este tipo de luz que es más cálida y este estaba bajo una luz azul, so maybe that has to do with the color of the leaves too, because this is so dark compared to this that is so light colored. But I guess we'll see. We'll give it a couple days, and maybe if this one takes the same color as this, and so yeah, that was an update on this. Later, nos vemos, chao. So we're gonna tip or top these tomatoes. Vamos a cortarle la punta a estos tomates porque ya llegaron a su límite. I don't have more room unless I were to get rid of this tray, but that's not my intention. No me queda más espacio para que crezcan. So, and since this is also an experiment, I want to see how many tomatoes I can get from this size of tomato plant. Quiero ver cuántos puedo obtener con un tomate de este tamaño. So yeah, right there, it's a bunch of flowers. Same over there. This one is fine. I think this one doesn't have any. What to do? Oh yeah, there's flowers right there. I'm just gonna leave the flowers be the last. Voy a hacer que las flores sean el último. The flower cluster is gonna be the top of the plant. Las flores van a ser la punta de la planta. So that would be a sucker. Ese ahí sería un sucker. Así que lo vamos a cortar. We're still gonna cut this. Yep. And this one. There we go. How do we do it with this one? We're gonna cut this one over here. This one and this one. And there we go. There we go. Now that we have the cluster of flowers, ahí tenemos las flores. And that's all one plant, by the way. You see, this plant has a V right there. La planta tiene una bifurcación. This is twin number 2 from the soil versus kratky experiment. Del experimento soil versus kratky. And this one is fine, because this one still has a lot of room to grow, at least till here. So we're just gonna leave it like that. And it has some flowers right there. Yeah, esta la vamos a dejar. So that's for this plant. Now we're gonna have to go to the other ones. Thank you. So we're here in the closet. Estamos en el closet aquí. Vamos a tratar de ver. So this one has obviously flowers right there. Tiene flores ahí. But we have to see if... yeah. That's another cluster that is gonna be growing right there. So we're just gonna cut this right there and this right there and there. And now we just leave the flowers to be at the top. Claro, dejamos que las flores queden al tope de la planta, so there's not more vertical growth, para que no siga creciendo en altura la planta. So another cluster there, right there. Some tomatoes here. But this is the other plant from the soil versus kratky. So this is obviously the one in soil. Esta es la otra planta del video suelo versus kratky. So you can see this versus the other one. This has already fruits and a bunch of little flowers. And there we go. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Nos vemos, chao. Aquí podemos ver the first plant, right? The first clone, the kratky one. And it has a bunch of flowers, it has some tomatoes blooming. Tiene algunos tomates que ya están saliendo. Y flores también. But we still don't know what type of tomato this is going to be. Well, for the amount of flowers, por la cantidad de flores y la cantidad de tomate, we can still think that it's going to be a cherry tomato, tomate cherry. Now when we look at this other clone, which is the one in dirt, cuando vemos al clon que está en tierra, this one already have a cluster of tomatoes well developed, and this is, as you can see there, yellow cherry. Yeah, so cherry amarillo. And this plant is way taller and laggier. Es como más alta y flacuchenta que la otra. I don't know again if that's because of the mom plant. No sé si es de la planta madre, no sé si es por las luces. Could be because of the lights, like several conditions. It could be also because it's on dirt and the other one is on hydroponics. Puede ser también que esta está en suelo y la otra en hidroponía. There's several reasons. There's another flower cluster there that is gonna come. So I still have to do another experiment where the soil and the kratky are kept in the same place all the time. Todavía tengo que hacer un experimento donde ambas plantas se mantengan en el mismo lugar todo el tiempo. As I said, at that moment when I started this, I didn't have both stations available. En el momento que empecé este experimento no tenía las dos estaciones disponibles, tenía solamente una estación, tenía menos luz. So I still have to do that in the future. Okay, thank you. Got to do the last video. Este es el último video de kratky versus suelo versus kratky, and we wanted to see what kind of tomato was the kratky going to be. Queríamos ver qué tipo de tomate iba a ser kratky, and here's the answer. Not quite red, I don't know what to call that, but the other one is yellow, el otro es amarillo, and this one is kind of red with some dots on it. It looks almost like a little, it looks like watermelons. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. But yeah, anyway, so they were not brothers. They were different varieties, 2 different varieties, and that's it. Thank you for watching and keep watching the future videos to come. Sigan viendo los próximos videos que vienen. Ya amigos, chao, gracias. Thank you. See you later. Bye.